Greetings, entities and guardians. My name is HyperHimes, and welcome back to Flickering Kingdom. I just finished eating some food because my blood sugar was relatively on the lower side, so I had to go ahead and fill that up real quick. But you're not interested in that. What you should be interested in is us focusing on the Plumbing Flame Awakens story, because I'm gonna see if I can get through like maybe 2 more portions of the story, depending on how many cutscenes there are. Because there were there's a story battle story, story battle story, story. So maybe like 2 stories and like a battle. I think we'll probably just do like... Oh, no, wait, no, there's 3 stories. Okay, so story, battle, story. So I think in this one we could just do the 2 stories, because, like, at the very least, the battle stages, I don't think take too long. So we could probably, like, spend some time trying to pull for Fire Spirit's costume, because, you know, I think I've tried doing a video for that. But, well, I mean... I didn't do a video for that. It was for Wind Archers, and I think also for Truthless Recluse, and also the Sage of Truth as well. But that was just major luck on my behalf. I don't know if I'm going to get that luck with Fire Spirit, but I'm always going to put hope in the air. So with that being said, before we go ahead and start this, I will be reading comments from the video. Error Busters is back for Season 2. Because of course it would be, which I only made 1 video on. But if you want to leave your questions and comments down in the comment section below for me to read other videos, and feel free to do so, because it could be a random question, a random comment, a random fact, something about me, something about the game, something entirely different. It doesn't even matter, because as long as we're having a fun time at the end of the day, and we appreciate being around each other from community to creator and creator to community, that's what matters the most. Which, by the way, let me just go ahead and get my mine stuff done, just so I can make sure I, you know, get all this stuff that's going to help me upgrade these carts. Can I upgrade? Yes, I can. More skill for sure. Yes, that sounds helpful. So I just want to make sure while I do all this stuff, I actually make sure I pack everything, just so everything... A trusty stick. Alright. Well, let's pack in our fuel. Let's go ahead and pack in a stick. I don't know what the stick's gonna do, but you know what? Hey, you know, let's get in a good old hearty meal right there. How about that? Should seem pretty well. Yeah. Alright. Well, let's get you all set up. Let's put it on auto, and you all can probably go with a decent amount of HP. Butterroll leading the charge. Honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to that. Alright, so now we can actually get to the story. And there's also a comment from Draco, which I will quickly read, saying, because of the recent OvenBreak update, I decided to watch some of the Teeny Pink series, and I think I'm fixated on it now. I'm basically just a magical girl. Or, it's just basically a magical girl show, and also some fairy creatures that can manipulate people's actions and emotions. I've also watched the first few episodes, and it's quite enjoyable. So it's easy to access within the first 3 seasons, because they're on YouTube, but unfortunately, some of my favorite Teeny Pinks from Season 1, like Data Pink and Gogo Pink, aren't in the OvenBreak collab. Oh, hey. Maybe there's a chance that they could appear in, like, a part 2 for the Find Your Teeny Pink event, which could, maybe happen in the part 2 of the event, where, part 2 of the update, where, like, we get Dazzle Ping as playable. That's what I'm trying to say. But anyway, I know you want to get to Nothing Scares Me, which is, Fire Spirit Cookie faces Agar Cookie herself, but contrary to Starchy's description, she seems rather weak? Okay, well... For all we know, she's probably not going to be weak at all, because she probably doesn't know... no, Fire Spirit doesn't know what the capabilities of that mirror can do. Because she probably ate all the other legendary cookies. At the very least, she probably ate Frost Queen, which kind of makes sense, because it's kind of like Mega Man. You get an ability from one person, and then you could use that ability against another to strengthen yourself. Which, if that's the case, why the pleb didn't plumbing Agar go for Sea Fairy? Like, misplay? I don't know, but no, and it's still interesting to think about. Anywho, let's just go ahead and get the story going.
Alright, so these are the mines. Looks perfectly normal. No monsters in sight.
Oh, this is bad. What do I do?
Come on, it's gonna be fine. You're under my protection.
I don't know. It's your confidence that scares me.
Shh! Do you hear that?
Those footsteps. It's that cookie.
Ah, well, that's great. Now we don't have to look for her. Let's see if she's really as scary as you say.
Oh, tasty food. Just enough. Did I do well, Pomegranate Cookie? I did as promised.
I mean, she does look similar to that monster from before, but she's hardly scary.
No, don't you see? She's real bad. Look away for a split second, and she'll devour us whole.
Oh, come on.
You. Who are you?
Oh no, she's coming. We're done for.
Hey, me and hide behind a rock.
Your name?
Shh, quiet, both of you. Okay, slimy one, who or what are you?
I'm Agar. Agar cookie. But you seem delicious. Who are you?
What?
Do something before it's too late!
Shush! I'll take care of it. You stay low. This'll be over in a flash.
Wait, that was it? That cutscene didn't even last for like 2 minutes, I want to say. Like, I didn't expect all that. Okay, but to be fair, I think it's gonna rise up in the next one where it says freezing Squall, cause just look at that. Probably Fire Spirit is gonna get frozen, but he could probably melt out. I'm at least hoping, cause this is all gonna be Can you actually peek at You can literally peek at every. Well, you could. Oh, and I was about to say, maybe you can peek at the thumbnails, but, even though they wouldn't describe the stories, but no, all the thumbnails are the same, so they have some spoiler protection, which is pretty cool. Alright, well, before I focus on the next cutscene, I will be trying to, get a few more comments out of the way. So, Mozzarella's headpiece left a comment saying, question of the day, probably like 14 hours maybe, 10 to 11 p.m. Also, I kind of hate how Airbusters is so hard now, because I can barely beat it. I think at one run, I got through, like, maybe half. Like, that was it. Like, I don't even think I could get past anything like that. By the way, I do want to do an event on that soon, and that's going to be fun. Another comment left by Playing Zeus Potato says, Shadow Milk 2 OP on no Shadow Milk. Wait, was Shadow Milk even available? No, I'm pretty sure Shadow Milk was like considered really good for that. Though some people actually didn't agree and prefer them at a little bit of a lower tier, but that's understandable. Another comment coming from if I can find the comments here, NineTuber says, question of the day, I was so excited for college, I didn't even sleep. However, it is true that you have to get sleep or else you'll get sleep deprived. Oh, I know. Can I tell you all, I kind of accidentally fell asleep yesterday. Like, I was luckily uploading my video before I went ahead and did that, but I was planning to take like, maybe like a 30-minute long nap. 30 minutes, then became 7 hours, and I woke up at like 7, and I was like, oh shoot! I was supposed to do something with someone. What could you do? But yeah, welcome to my life. Another comment, just to get quickly a few more out of the way before we continue on. One coming from Pixel Archer Cookie saying, OvenBreak 2 Rebaked updated. I should probably check that out, I'm gonna be honest. Hopefully it's not too late. Another comment from QWX3K says, Hi Himes, it's been more than 2 years. I think it's a perfect time to update Cookie Run Iceberg. There's a huge amount of new information, drama, etc. And not gonna lie, Cookie Run community needs that video because of that. It will be really profitable for you. I hope you would know this comment. It's not that I don't want to make a new Iceberg video. It's more along the lines of like, I'm waiting to see which one I could like do because someone else would have to make it, and let's be honest, I don't want to like go ahead and make it myself because I feel like I could be biased on some opinions. I want it to be made by someone like, you know, Problematic Perry Plum or someone like that, and because, you know, they made the last two, and I don't think I'm not sure if they're into Cookie Run as much anymore, but it'd still be nice to talk about things, you know, stuff in regards to Tower Adventure, Witch's Castle, Oven Smash, and a bunch of stuff that's coming out. But let's go ahead and get this next story out of the way. It says, freezing Squall. Spoke too soon. Agar Cookie fights back with Frost Queen's power? But how? I don't know about how, but that's the thing that we're gonna have to find out right now.
Oh, gee, look at that! I guess you can pack a punch after all.
Whew, I'm on fire! And you called her scary?
Well, you're full of surprises. Huh. And here I thought you were nothing more than a walking light source.
Hey, I saved you.
But it seems like you can toast stuff too.
Life energy. How tasty. I want more.
You've still got some fight left in you, huh? This is kinda fun! Hi-ya!
Yum.
Her mirror consumed my power?
Oh, like Pomegranate Cookie said, she promised me a feast here. Yes, very tasty. Using powers makes me hungry. But you look Too delicious to miss.
Huh?
I'm freezing! What's up with the draft?
It's not a draft. It's Frost Queen Cookie's power. Who is she?
Again, that was like a lot more shorter than I thought. Are we really gonna have to do? Okay, by the way, yeah, like nice spoiler. He's just kind of consumed now. I think he just got sucked into the mirror in the Flickering Flame cutscene. I'm gonna be honest, I thought I could let this last for a little bit longer, but my gosh, we might have to do like another story because like, sheesh, like that was only like wait, okay, so like, well, only after that there'd be like a couple more, but like I wanted to see if I could like split it up for like enough videos, like. My gosh, I want to see if there could be more content available. I guess I could just instantly do the next story and see where that takes us, because I'd have to probably read a lot of comments at the end. But at this point, it might just be worth it. But just to quickly get a few out the way, one comes from Miss Puffy Cheeks saying, I can't get enough good cookies in the Airbusters. I know it sucks. Trevor Green left a comment saying, question for today, I once slept until 5:30 a.m. My gosh, that is late. But hopefully you're still fine. And Sarah Flo left a comment saying, question of the day, recently slept for 18 to 20 hours. I was sick and I felt terrible, so I need to sleep. You deserve that sleep if you felt that bad. Like, honestly. I thought that was crazy, but you probably deserve it. PL Productions also says, question of the day, I think 10 plus hours. I am used to sleep about 5 to 7 hours, but I am a very early bird. By the way, you misspelled early bird, but just put an A in front of the E. That's all. Ellery. It's spelled E-A-L-R-Y. I'll just tell you that right now. What am I saying? E-A-R-L-Y. You got me thinking it's your own spelling. Bo in a row left a comment saying, question for the day, I sometimes don't sleep, but I sleep at any time when I just wake up at 12 p.m. or maybe 2 p.m. It seems like a fair time to sleep in the middle of the day. Even though I'm not sure if people would agree with that, but it kind of depends if you're like nocturnal or something. And also another comment comes from Passive Golob saying, question of the day, I was asleep for almost 2 days. And for another comment of the day, I used to have a crush on Black Pearl, but thankfully those days are over. Well, I mean, you don't really want to have a crush on her because she's kind of toxic. But hopefully, maybe later on the cutscenes are going to get a bit longer. Because that's my only, like, theory. Because, for all I know, this is probably going to have to end in, like, 3 videos instead of 2. Because, my gosh, I was planning to, like, see if this could be jumped in, like, you know, I don't know, 4. But I guess it doesn't want me to go that route. So let's do Flickering Flame real quick, where it says, Agar cookie steals Fire Spirit Cookie's power. His flames are flickering, on the verge of being snuffed out. Yeah, well, that doesn't sound too good.
Good little flame.
How dare you!
Hungry again. Nourishment. Sweet. Nutritious.
That mirror. Alright, alright. I get it now. A look into your mirror and you lose your powers. Is that it? Looks like you've been to Frost Queen cookies, eh? Alright, enough games. Why don't we shatter that mirror of yours? Oh, you're so toast! Burn! What in the smokes?
Fire. Warmth. You've got more left. You can't shatter my mirror. I ate all your powers.
The whole place is shaking! Fire up your engines, Cookie! We gotta run!
Run? Are you kidding? I'm gonna show that slime ball who's...
You know, well, I'm gonna be honest, it's probably a good thing that we just kind of, like, did another one, because that didn't last for too long either. I'm really hoping that the next ones are a little bit longer, but I guess it kind of depends. I'm gonna have to really rely on, like, the last cutscene being very long if this is the case, because I'm gonna have to do a battle and 2 cutscenes in the next video, because, my gosh, then I'm just gonna have 1 battle left and 1 story where everything's gonna go down. At least it kind of tells us the reward for it. But the next one is just Flickering Flame Impairment. We gotta take down a giant worm. Sounds about right. So, of course, while I would do more around this time, I'm actually going to go ahead instead, try and pull for this plumbing costume. I got some rainbow cubes available, so is the chances available? Well, I mean, it does exist. It's just a 0.4% chance, so doesn't sound like the worst thing in the world, but yeah, still good luck with me on that. Anyway, while I pull for the costumes, let's just see if I can get any other comments done with the video. This looks kind of basic, but there is a comment from Truthless Recluse saying, question of the day, so funny story. I was once tired that I slept for 15 hours straight. 2 all-nighters before that, lol. You know, the thing is, I kind of agree because I've done something like that before, and I don't even blame you. But also, we did get something pretty valuable. So, you know what? Maybe it'll be good? I mean, at the very least, it is an epic, so you never know what stuff you can get. Okay, it is an epic, so that's good. Common, rare, rare. What is the epic? Noble Dragon Rider, which apparently I already have that costume, which I guess not bad, but you know what? That still adds up to the score, so hopefully in the next pull, maybe I can get enough good costumes to actually get this to, you know, over the odds for another chance level. That'd be pretty solid. Also, Sonic Gamer left a comment saying, question for the comment, I once slept until 11 AM. That is a long time. Also, XSophieX says, question for today, I once slept with, for the majority of the day because I felt terrible. I don't know why, I just didn't have an appetite for some reason. I was sleeping throughout most of the day. That's understandable, and hopefully you get some good sleep, but also hopefully you had a good appetite later on. Because, you know, being able to get some good food would always be of the best benefit. Hello, that's a good one. The last comment I do see comes from, actually there's 2. One quickly, Listfan says, I err till I bust her. What? Stop. Leonard G. also says, question of the day, I once slept until 10 AM. That's pretty solid. I've sometimes slept for shorter or slept for longer. But yeah, our sleep schedules are just ganked at the end of the day. That's just good, and that's how we can all connect to one another. Rare, rare, and we get an epic. I have all these costumes. I have all of them already. But this can make me so that I go over the new threshold of chance. I think I'm gonna do one more. I think one more would be pretty solid enough just for this. But, like, after one more, I'm just gonna tap out. I think if I see the custard and blackberry cloves, I think it's always a rare. I think. Yeah. At least when there's, like, oh my gosh. That should be as bad as, like, the basic ones. But, anywho. Of course, can you even get the, no, you can't. You can literally get all the other legendary costumes in the shop, but not the plumbing, fire spirit costume. At least the ones that you don't have obtained yet. Anyway, yeah, now seems like a good place to end the video. So if you enjoyed the video, then please be sure to leave a like on it. And also share the video with your friends who enjoy my Kick Your Run content. And if you enjoy my content in general, then why not subscribe? And also hit the bell icon to be notified of whatever I do in the future. And also down below in the description, you will see links to all my social media, which includes a Twitter post where if it gets 10,000 likes, I get the Kick Your Run YouTube stuff for absolutely free. There's a link to my Discord server called the Hypenese Hub, a link to my merchandise you can buy stuff to represent the channel, and lastly a link to my Ko-fi where for just $1 a month, you can see exclusive content that you wouldn't normally see in this normal YouTube channel. But above all else, I will see you entities and guardians in the next video. Hail the Hypenese.